what's up, this is Morpheme and this is another movie review. Today's movie is San Andreas 2015. In case you don't know, The Rock aka Dwayne Johnson acted in this movie. So without further ado, let's dive in. Basically this movie doesn't have that much going on because it is a disaster movie. The actual visual effects, CGI and the graphics are awesome, but the plot is not really that much extraordinary. I mean, the movie is based on Rock rescuing people and the people are trying to thrive while everything's collapsing. Well, it is a typical disaster movie, so it doesn't even matter whether the plot is amazing or not. In this movie, there is a seismologist named Dr. Lawrence Hayes. He and his colleague Dr. Kim Park tested a new earthquake predicting model in the Hoover Dam. But while testing, an earthquake occurs and that destroys the dam and killed Kim Park. By the way, there is a really horrifying scene in Kim Park's death. Hayes discovers that the entire San Andreas fault is shifting and will soon cause a series of major earthquakes, potentially destroying cities along the fault line. He begins racing to warn the people of California. Well, The Rock is named Ray in this movie and he played a Los Angeles Fire Department helicopter rescue pilot. And he was going through a divorce, and on top of that, the earthquake disaster has to begin then. Although the earthquake thing actually opened up his luck because in the later movie he and his wife Emma were together again, but before that Emma was living with her live-in just friend named Daniel Reddick, which turned out to be a real a-hole. Okay, then as the genius Hayes said that there will be coming more earthquakes, it turned out true. The earthquake begins to collapse everything again and again and again, so even it becomes cliche. The whole movie is just on that. Well, one day before this earthquake thing happened, Blake was with his mother's friend Daniel Reddick's office, and there was a British engineer seeking employment named Ben Taylor. He and his younger brother Ollie started talking with her. In the meantime, Reddick finished his task and was going back with Blake. But then the earthquake started and the whole building started to collapse. Here's Reddick confirmed himself as a piece of shit, because when Blake was stuck in the relics, he somehow managed his ass to get out of there and he left Blake alone. But you always know there is a hero who always lays his life in wager and saves the girl, and this time it was the engineer employer Ben Taylor and his younger brother Ollie. They saved her life and they started to look a way of getting out of there. Okay, then things happened. Ray saved his wife who was dying from a 100-floor hotel or something, and Daniel Reddick was eventually killed by a trunk. Then in the last scene there was suspense, but I will not spoil the suspense. Just know Blake was stuck in a building where water was coming through and she had nowhere to go, and Blake had already called his parents to save her and his friend Ben. On the other hand, Ray and Emma commandeered a boat to reach Blake, and the serious note, while Blake and Ben didn't even know if they were gonna survive or not, they couldn't stop themselves from having chemistry. I mean, what the hell, dude? Buildings crashing and you were about to die and they got that time? Whatever. Then Ray and Emma found Blake. Then Ray got into the building, but he couldn't find any way of getting her out. Blake was almost out of air and she was dying. Then Emma crashed in the building with the speedboat. They took their daughter and Ben and his brother Ollie and got back to the safe zone. But by that time, Blake was already out of sense and she wasn't breathing. Well, what happened to Blake? If you wanna know, you have to watch the movie obviously. So let's come to the conclusions. This movie is a usual disaster movie. Although it is better than the others, The Rock acted really well as a responsible fighter and a father like he always does. And the seismologist, I mean Hayes, his acting was quite good. On the reverse side, this movie is a serious movie, so it wouldn't be a good choice for those who can't go with seriousness. Zero comedy. That's enough for me today. Thank you very much if you watched the video till the last, and be sure to subscribe, pal. And thanks to all of my subscribers. Leave a comment down below. Catch you guys later in the next video. Adios.